You haven't seen Shepard in action, Praza. Trust me, it was money well spent. There.
After Darth Shepard shows us how to slaughter some Sith, we have a key puzzle to solve. I guess the Sith just don't like carrying actual keys with them. They gotta install some basic locking mechanism into the stasis security shields room. Anyway, more Shepard acts of destruction. We then encounter some attempt at farcical comedy by talking to the Sith governor because why not?
Who would have thought a Force adept could be found on this insignificant planet?
Wait a second, wouldn't the governor of the Sith of this city be instructed by Malak, who's in orbit right now, to be on the lookout for Shepard? Did he not get the memo? Did Malak just not tell him? And we pick up the launch codes from his body because, of course, where else would you put launch codes except a Sith governor's body? We then head back to the cantina where Canderous knows it was us who broke into the Sith base, and we're headed to Davik's estate with his help to steal the Ebon Hawk. And this is because it's the fastest ship to possibly get past the blockade, so that all makes fine logical sense. Everything's cool. We need to talk to Davik, convince him that we want to join him, and that while he's doing a background check on us, Canderous can go steal the ship. We immediately get a cutscene of Malak getting impatient and trying to find Shepard, so he wants to destroy the entire planet. Zaid's a bit uncertain of this, but eventually succumbs to not wanting to die and says it will take several hours to position the fleet. We meet up with Davik and he does his background check, which will take some time.
I'd advise you to accept the offer when it comes, or suffer the dire consequences of refusal.
Okay, this seems like a one-way street then. Guess who's going to die next? This is undoubtedly going to end with this man having a certain person's lightsaber through their chest. We still don't know how to get past the state-of-the-art security system in the Ebon Hawk, but maybe it would have helped if we brought along our droid that we just acquired. Who knows? We also have to figure out how the security codes from the Sith governor can be used to not get us killed when we do make our escape in the ship. We find some guy who was in the torture stasis thing, and he gives us the codes to then unlock the Ebon Hawk security system.
It won't be long until Davik figures out I'm free. I have to get out of this base before that happens.
Wait, why don't you simply come with us? Since you already know the security codes, you can use them on the Ebon Hawk, and then we can fly you out of here. Wouldn't Davik hunt you down if you just escaped to the city or other part of the planet? Or is this planet your home or something? Well, there goes one MacGuffin we didn't know we needed. Thank you, sir, for your sacrifice. It's even more sad is that we know that Malak is about to turn the whole planet into rubble, but our heroes don't know that. Although I think it's time for a massage, don't you?
Now this is my kind of place.
If you would come with me into the massage room at the back.
How typically male. Is it possible for you to keep in mind that we have more pressing business to attend to?
It's kind of hilarious that we know the planet's about to be destroyed and we're all in a rush. But, you know, we need a massage or two.
I mean no disrespect, but perhaps one of the female slaves could serve your needs better?
And this is just kind of sexist, isn't it? I mean, clearly entering security codes into a spaceship is the green alien man's job. You alien sexist you. Wait, did I just assume your color spectrum? And then you realize everyone on this planet is simply going to die, so maybe we should start helping people. Of course, the audience knows that, but none of the people on the planet do, including our heroes. So, I mean, if you want to save some slaves, or pick up a new side character, or whomever, this would have been the perfect opportunity in the story to do so. I've just saved your entire planet. I chose you. Haha, you like me. That's great. Nope, doesn't happen. We then get a cutscene with Davik and Kahlo, and we see the effects of the Sith bombing the planet, or at least bombing this building with lasers? Although Davik says it's with bombs. Kind of confused here. Kahlo then has a thermal detonator, which will kill everyone, and we see random people escaping, and then another laser which nearly kills Kahlo. And I'm thinking, this bombing laser thing from the Sith in orbit is not only ineffective, it's really inefficient. Although strangely coincidentally just enough to distract Kahlo and not enough to kill him. It's just very, very convenient. And then the roof just falls on top of him or something. Okay, we really didn't need a Deus Ex right about now. He was just about to sacrifice himself or give up in the very least. This could have been solved in so many other ways. I mean, you just throw Shepard the wrecking ball at him, or have her use force powers and push the detonator away, or there's all kinds of options here. But okay, BioWare threw a roof on him. Sure. We get to the Ebon Hawk, and now we've used up, 2 Macguffins with no payoff or understanding of what they did or how they work, that this security system thing codes, or the Ebon Hawk for the security codes from the Sith governor. And then Kandra says we can now pick up our friends. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, we can just do this now. We get a cutscene of Malak again, and everything's going well with this bombing plan. We see the city getting blown up, and then us escaping, and then being pursued by 8 fighter ships. Okay.
Quickly, to the gun turrets! You have to hold the Sith fighters off until we get those hyperspace coordinates punched in.
I honestly didn't know that punching in hyperspace coordinates was this long, complicated process. You think a starship that's really quick with a hyperdrive would have, I don't know, some sort of actual coordinates plotted out, and you already just select your destination for where you want to go. I mean, what kind of fast Fourier transform equations with quaternion trigonometry do we have to do here? Obviously, just enough for us to shoot some ships down. Maybe if they gave us an excuse of the computer needing to calculate our coordinates to get to the known location, that might make a little bit more sense. Just a little nitpick here or there, but still, it's kind of relevant. So luckily, Davik did say the Ebon Hawk has some pretty good shields, so it's believable that we could at least survive a stalemate against a fighter squadron. Now, I don't know how that relates to the security systems, whether that was actual physical weapons on the ship. Either way, we have to man a turret. So this game is really hitting all the checkboxes for the Star Wars movie to video game adaptation. Now this is another nitpick, but shouldn't Malak be sensing that something's a bit odd, that perhaps Shepard isn't on the planet anymore? I mean, don't Sith have that ability to sense things far away like Jedi do? Does Malak simply not have it? Isn't his whole point to capture Shepard, though? Wouldn't one escaping ship from the entire planet that you're destroying that has 0 resistance be kind of a big deal? I'm not saying 8 ships isn't nothing to pursue, but you think with all these ships in orbit, the big ships, they'd have 18 squadrons that they could send after this one ship. So we make it to Dantooine and meet up with the Jedi Council, and they for some reason want to talk to us, which Kaidan points out is very, very strange. Some random Jedi chick tells us the Force is strong in us and chastises us for not having proper Jedi Padawan robes. She seems a bit angry about this and must learn to practice to control her emotions more. Okay, interesting. We meet with the Council. They tell us we're strong in the Force, we must train, and we have no option of saying no. This is very rare, but it does happen.
Surely the entire Council can feel the strength of the Force within this man. And I've already related to you the events that took place on Terrace.
Perhaps it was simple luck.
We both know there is no luck. There is only the Force.
In my experience, there's no such thing as luck.
Now, why would a Jedi Master say that when all the Masters don't believe in luck?
We need recruits to stand against Malak. With Revan dead. Are you certain Revan is truly dead? What if we undertake to train this one and the Dark Lord should return?
Okay, yeah, what does training me have anything to do with a supposedly dead Darth Revan returning? How does that have anything to do with my potential training? Or are you saying Jedi who train under you seem to be leaving the Order and going to the Sith? That female Jedi outside who accosted us seems to still be in need of her emotional control. Are you guys just treating Jedi really poorly here? Like, what's going on? So then we get another dream sequence of young Malak and young Revan opening a locked stone mechanical gate that the Jedi closed. And this might be a lore-breaking thing, but he already has his mask on at this point. And the narrator must remind us that Kaidan has something to say, because that's why we have Kaidan. He's just a sociable guy. We should go talk to him. There's some commander fellow named Saul who he betrayed, or rather Saul betrayed the Republic and gave that power of, I don't know, the Republic, their codes, their scanner technology to Malak apparently, and he really doesn't like him. Okay, thanks Kaidan. little bit of random exposition of trivia as we learn about your past and thus the past of the war and how we are now in this situation, or how Malak was able to command all these ships. Not too bad, just a bit awkward, just like Kaidan.
When you put it that way, there's no reason they wouldn't like you. I mean, us. Humans, ma'am.
You don't take much shore leave, do you, El?
Now, in the meantime, Shepard told the Council we share a dream, which is actually a Force vision, and that we should explore these ruins that Malak and Revan once explored together. They also say this is destiny, that Shepard and I share a bond, and they, as well as you, have no choice in the matter. This is all according to plan. You got to figure this out and hopefully figure out how to stop Malak in the process. But first we need Jedi training. So we then get real-time montage of us fighting with Shepard, levitating stuff, reading stuff, walking with Shepard and talking about stuff, levitating ourselves, levitating chairs. Our power level is ridiculous. We're kind of a big deal, yada yada. This takes like 20 seconds and we're all set to go. But before we can do that, we first have to pass these 3 tests, which have nothing to do with the plot. You recite the Jedi code, you can choose your lightsaber color and thus your Jedi class, and you have to go investigate some dark side forests nearby. And of course, we can take our party with us because I don't know. Training to become a Jedi apparently involves your friends with swords and guns too. It's a family affair, who knows. We encounter the strange ruins, but we're told we can't open the door because it's so thick, not even our lightsaber can cut it. That's interesting to note. So apparently, becoming a Jedi involves just slaughtering every type of moving thing we come across, just every animal. Then we encounter Russian Jack.
I will be your doom!
And she wants to kill us. She nearly does. And we persuade her several times to go back to the Council. Apparently she was a Dark Force user in the Grove or something. Who knows? So we go back to talk to Russian Jack, and holy crap, that lady needs to control her emotions. We're having a conversation here, okay? Please just back away. Just stop poking us. That would be really okay. That's, yeah.
I am ready to continue with my training, though they have asked me to wait here for the time being.
First the Jedi trick you into becoming an enemy, then they welcome you back as a friend. I can't say I approve of their training methods.
Yeah, Kaidan, that's so weird. Anyway, now that we're a Padawan, we're the best guy suited for investigating those ruins and stopping Darth Malak? Really?
It may be that exploring the ruins is a task tied to your destiny. That is why the Council has now decided you should be the one to investigate this. The secrets to stopping Malak may be hidden within those ruins. You must investigate them and find what Revan and Malak were looking for.
Okay, here's a basic question. Why didn't you walk over there yourselves and figure out what they were looking for? Didn't you even know what was in the cave in the first place? Doesn't your Chronicle guy know all about that stuff? Maybe you could determine what made the two fall to the dark side and perhaps even stop Malak right now from killing all the Jedi in the galaxy? I mean, wouldn't that be more important than some random guy like me with Master Tier Force powers randomly pop up?
Mistake! My son Shen is missing! How can there be any doubt the Sandrils are to blame?
As dangerous as the threat from Darth Malak and the Sith may be, we Jedi cannot simply abandon our other responsibilities. Should you have time, Padawan, you may want to investigate this matter.
Mr. Jedi Masters, sirs, just so you know, the fate of the galaxy, survival of the Jedi, billions of lives which are just exterminated. But yeah, some dude's son is missing. This is very important.
If Shen Matali is not returned to his father, it may ignite a savage and bloody feud between the Matali and Sandril estates. We must not allow that to happen.
Do Jedi Masters have any goddamn priorities? Number 1, fate of galaxy, or number 2, fate of some guy from one family that another family has a beef with, and we don't know how many numbers in the family there are. Are they this crazy that they can't solve this minor problem themselves, that they need our help? I mean, what is going on in this story right now? They've raised the stakes so high. They give us all this intrigue and put us into this mystical order. You know, you put the galaxy on this big, high level we have to go protect, and then you expect us to care about random NPCs and their request. Like, what are you doing to us, game? This is retarded. Well, at least we understand why Malak and Revan left now. These guys are crazy. They're lazy retards.
Not to mention that I wouldn't mind getting out of this enclave for a bit. I mean, come on. How bad could it be?
Ah, Kaidan. We just brought you with us to fight Russian Jack. You're now going with us to that dark side temple thing. What do you want from me, man? You want to go play some catch? You want to go play some cards? Like, what? You want to go to a bar? You want to stop the entire story and just talk to me again that you don't want to talk to me about? Ugh.
Is there some reason we couldn't learn it on our own?
They didn't know where to start. Hell, it took a couple of years to even link biotics and Ezo. Forget trying to get the kids to move stuff. They had trouble just helping them not break their own limbs. And their choice of teachers didn't help much.